Hi, this is Maria, and Goodnotes 5 is out, so I'm going to show you a little bit of the new features. I'm still playing with it, still learning, but there are some definitely new cool features. So here's the main page, and if you select the check mark, you can select an item and export, duplicate, same type of the usual functions here. I'm going to click done. If you click the gear, you have templates. Okay, you have covers, you have new covers here, and I'm going to click done. You have your basic settings here. I would just click on all of these. I didn't mess with anything, I like them the way they are, but I did notice that you now have the option of vertical scrolling. I'll show you that in a minute. Some of these settings you can reach even inside of your journal, so that's great. Let's see, Stylus, you need to tell it that you have an Apple Pencil, or if you don't, you didn't tell it which device you've got. If you have an Apple Pencil, you have the option for single finger swiping. Otherwise, you have to use 2 fingers. But with the iPencil, you've got the option for 1 finger. You click what your writing posture is. I happen to write this way. You don't have to change any of these. I'm showing you where they are, but the basic settings work just fine for me, except I did have to tell it that I had an Apple Pencil. My iCloud settings was already turned on to yes. It remembered from my Goodnotes 4 backup data, which doesn't give you an option. It's just a push for update now. Let's see. That's all there is there. You also have the option from the gear to import data from Goodnotes 4. Now when I opened 5, this is the first thing that popped up, and I imported all of my journals immediately when I first opened. If you skip that step and say not now, you can always get to it from here. Okay? Alright, so let's open up. I've already played a little bit here. All of my links work. You click the pen tool. Your links work just like they always have. Today's the 14th. Looks a little bit different across the top. Your 4 squares is the same. It even remembered my favorites that I had from before that I carried over. Search, you can search your text. This is your bookmarks. Doing that adds a bookmark, removes a bookmark. So if I do that, it is now going to show up in my favorites. Right there. Okay. And I'm going to remove that because I don't want that. This little tool lets you export. This little tool lets you add templates. You've got new templates in here. You can add from a picture. You can import, and this is new. This says current page. So you can duplicate a page from here. And it'll duplicate the exact same page with all of your working links. The links work by clicking this. Okay, now that's January 14. It copied January 14, but my links work even on those copied pages. So alright, so let me get back to 14. I'm getting ahead of myself here. This is the one 14 that I want. This is 14 that I don't want, so I'm going to delete that one. Select, where's 14? Well, close. I want to delete this one. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Select and trash, because I added it and didn't really want it there. Alright, and I'm back to where I was. And let's see, what else do I want to show? Pen tool brings up your pen options, and you have copy a page here, you have rotate. I don't know why you would want to, but you have the option to. You can change your template from here. So there's multiple ways to do all of this. Scrolling. Some people want to scroll this way. Well, now you have the option to do that. I prefer the horizontal scrolling so that I have just like a journal. Stylus, again here, from inside your journal you can change your settings for your stylus without having to back up out of the journal to do the wheel cog from the main Goodnotes screen. Document editing, basics, I left all this stuff alone. And go to page, you can actually pick a page number and go. And there's your clear page. You also have a clear page in your eraser like you had before. Alright, so let's get into the pen tools themselves. I'm going to click the pen. You get more options. And the first one is your zoom. Okay, you've got your margin to the right, move that margin to the left. It doesn't appear that you have a right margin, you have a left margin. You have a tab to move that box backwards and forwards, and you have a return that takes you back along your margin. Okay, first pen, you have an additional brush pen, that one is new. Again, you have your basic settings for your stylus here as well. Fountain pen is what we had before. Ball pen. And brush pen is a little bit more artistic. Now, what I find is the fountain pen is pressure sensitive. The ball pen is not. Does not matter how much I press, it is the exact same. Okay, and the brush pen is pressure sensitive. Now I'm not even trying to be neat here, I'm just using pressure sensitivity. You can change your pen settings here. Notice that my favorite there changes. Okay, easy enough to change your pen size. And of course, as per usual, the thicker your pen, the neater you are. I tend to be neater in a higher pen size. Alright, so that's your pen styles. Your eraser has a little bit of an upgrade. You can erase the whole stroke, which we had before, but you can now erase only the highlighter. So, if I click a highlighter, I can now choose to erase the highlighter only. And we didn't have that before. It did not affect my handwriting below it. If I do that, it will erase all of it. Okay? Alright, so basic stuff, similar palm rejection, it's all the same stuff in that you have in the other ones. You can reach the settings for your stylus in almost every column here. Auto deselect, I haven't figured out what that does exactly. That's neat if you don't want to erase the entire word. I prefer to erase the entire stroke. Okay, so that's eraser. Highlighter, you can just pick your colors from here. If you want to pick a different color, custom, you can add a hex code. You can, once you pick a color, you can add it to your presets. So let's do that. Add it to my preset, and it's there. And it added it to my box here. Now also notice in custom you have a color wheel, so you can easily pick a color this way. This is really, really handy. I'm really, really happy with that. You don't have a dropper, but this is fantastic. And you can restore back to factory settings, looks like. And wow. See, I like this right here. Okay, and it is changing that highlighted circle. This one is changing as I move my color wheel. Okay, so highlighter, I think I want a pretty teal as a highlighter. Add it to my presets. And there it is. Beautiful. So edit to add one, and edit, long press to remove the color if I didn't want that one. Okay, let's see if return back. Nope, it didn't bring my color back. It just brought back my text that I had done over here. But that's okay. I can always add it back that way. Alright, so I'm in highlighter. Your highlighter tools work the same way as your pen tools. And you have a new tool within your highlighter, draw a straight line. So I noticed that the shapes tool does not work with your highlighter. It's one or the other. Whereas when you're in your pen tool, you can select and it fixes your design. The highlighter won't. But you do have the selector of draw straight line. Just make a thicker one. And it will actually straighten for you without having to use the tool, the shape tool. You can just use this. So you got a squiggly line and now you got a straight line, just to show you where it is. And you can adjust this to fit into your lines. This is just really, really super handy. Beautiful. Okay, so again you have palm rejection and apple. They're in every one of these. Wow, okay. So Shapes tool has an interesting feature, fill color. So if I make a shape, it fills it with whatever color is in my highlighter. So let's make a different shape. So it's my outline and it fills in that same color. Wow, very cool. So that's fill color, snap to other strokes. I haven't figured out exactly what that one means. Snap to other strokes. If somebody knows what that means, please let me know. I haven't found that anywhere. So that's something to oh, look at that. Something to play with. Okay, so lasso. You got the same tools you had before where you can individually lasso things. So that's lovely. Just like we had before. That is your import photos. You've got, oh, that's my camera roll right there. Or I tapped it again and I've got my camera roll this way. Insert from, let's see, I need to find my planner. Oh, where is it? I'm going to find a sticker. I'm going to do gold. And look, you've got an X, you've got an up, down. Look at that. Oh, this was not doable before. you couldn't skew before. That is just fabulous. And you can also now rotate. That is definitely a vast, oh, I can move it from here, from the bottom, and then go this way. Fabulous. So now let me lasso without images so I can move other things. Okay. And then if I say images, then I will move my pictures. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Okay. And also you can long press, edit, like we have always done with your images. Okay. So then see, there's the handles. Very easy to size. If you had like a journal, squares, typical squares, you can now do that with this. Okay, that was just my back arrow. Camera, it allows you to actually take a picture. I'm going to skip that one because I want to take a picture. This, oh my gosh, let me erase some of this stuff. Okay, text. You've got text color, and you have purchased fonts available now. So let's say that one, and I want it centered in my box. You can pick a background color. Let's see that one. And you can pick an actual border color for your box. You can remove the color. You've got, oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. How big do you want the border to be? And then you just start double tap. And let's see. Hello there. Whoops. Now that is annoying. You have to tap and edit. Tap and edit brings up your keyboard. If you lasso, turn off images. If you lasso, you can move it. Okay. If you long press and edit, you get the keyboard, so you can't see it. So that's, maybe there's a setting I'm missing there. Nope, there's no setting. So I'll play with that. There may be something I'm missing here. Got bold, italic. Okay. Select all, make it all bold. There's underline. Okay. Like I said, I'm still playing with this, but it would be easier to simply lasso and move things where you want them. That's purchased font. That's purchased font. That's purchased font. This is a purchased font. And if you want to change that, edit, select the whole thing, go back to the paintbrush, and you can remove the color for your background, remove the border, it needs to be 0 point, otherwise it keeps, even though I said remove the color, I still had a 1 there. You have to take it down to 0. Oh, and the padding is just how big your box is. Very interesting. Again, stuff I need to play with to see what works best here. Okay, Very nice. All my purchase texts are in here. Alright, so that's your text color. There's your bold and italic. Let's see, I wonder, because it's a purchased font, it's not letting me. The purchased font itself came with settings, so it's not letting me do that. Again, stuff I need to play with. But overall, I'm very happy with this. The basics are the same as what we had before. Oops. Resize. You can rotate. Very nice. Very nice. And another thing I've noticed is your highlighter can go really small and lets you color quite small objects very nicely. And the trick that we like to have to change our journal color still works very nicely. Okay. I'm very happy with the updates. So far so good. You know, I wonder if I rotate the page. Look at that. Make life easier on myself, and then just rotate it back. Very nice. Very happy with these updates. Like I said, I'm still playing here, but so far very happy with results. Thanks for watching.